year's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shot.
He's going for it all. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Maryland's offense has the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Terrapins will punt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking for room at the 30. It's a seam wide open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
They'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They run the reverse. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loudest. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. Finds a little space. Turning it on! Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And they're able to dive on that football and get it back. That would have been a disaster to cough it up immediately after a score.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank.
Continues to fight for yards. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Creates a little room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Maryland, 0.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Brings up.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to pick up yardage. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon! Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Looking for the two-point try. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his own 20. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Corrals it at the 45. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll give it to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so done.
Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Punt is in the air. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's got great speed. And now the hit knocks it loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. A turnover.
I know on offense, you're jacked up and you're so excited. You're ready to go out there, make some plays. There's nothing more demoralizing than when your special teams unit coughs it up. You're like, dang, I really wanted a shot at this. All right, defense, your turn.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He'll try the left side. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. At midfield, he's got room. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Makes the grab on the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Swings it out to the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Finding open areas. 8-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On target to the left. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. First and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's in there. It's good. And how about that to end the half? Touchdown on the final play and a two-point conversion for good measure. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Pulled and fired complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Touchdown, Ducks! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better. Oh, he's got some space. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Oh, man, they've already lost 1 quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost 1. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensive.
Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the single back. Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. Touchdown Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in New Orleans. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch around the 50. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Got a little space. Got the first down and more. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The inside handoff. There he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Casey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Terrapins have their offense in high gear. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10.
For the offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Casey. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Turning it on! The 50, the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights... until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if there ever was one.
They'll start this drive going to the air.
Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here comes the heat. Oh, and the ball is wiggled free near their own goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they turn it into a defensive score. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And the returner will be dragged down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Rush is on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Oh, he's got some space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Under fire! All over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He was able to get that ball up to the... the 8-yard line before he stopped on the return. They want to run it left here. Find some fresh air. Lots of running room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the...
Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.